actually on the job market.
All right.
Hello again,
All right.
adventurers,
And
welcome
to another exciting episode
of
Realms of the Wild. Yes, this is our custom, normally open legend RPG.
Oh, right. I have to open
game.
those character sheets.
But we're finally going to finish our 4E 5-year. I should have done this last year because then it could have been our 4-year 4E. Whatever.
It's
Our
fine.
5-year anniversary episode. Last year counts as like 72. So this is our 40th year anniversary where we're playing 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons because I like it. And yes, I think the rest of you are ready for it to be over, to be perfectly honest. So next year we're doing 5e. Next year, I don't even know what's going to happen next year. Next year will be, 3 months away from 1 D&D turning into D&D 5.5. So I don't even know what'll... Who knows? Maybe next year we'll have a campaign too, and I can come up with something creative for that.
Next year, we'll finally know Zolta's entire backstory.
Never.
Probably not.
On your deathbed, you will have... All of us will be there for some odd reason. And one of us will go, so exactly what happened to Zulta when she was a kid that made her leave?
I mean, yes, absolutely. If it's my deathbed and not Zolta's, I would leave it in like a journal. But yeah, that tracks. I'll probably die before most of you, so that works for me.
You've little faith.
Oh, I have a lot of faith in my ability to die before other people.
That's not ominous at all.
Neither was your maniacal laugh after.
Yes.
Jody also lives the closest to me.
Only currently.
Yeah.
If you ever graduate, maybe I won't.
Yeah, who knows when I'm going to... Where I'm going to... What did I just say?
Nothing.
Who knows
You
where
said
I'm
nothing.
going to live when that happens.
You will find a school that gives professors accommodations, and you will live on campus.
No. Undergrads in great numbers when they're partying or going to football games are just too much.
Valid point.
I want quiet. I want to go when I'm in the mood to go see people and then be able to escape to my own house with my beautiful cats and all the games and tea and instruments and just hide.
Instruments are your idea of quiet?
It's me who's creating the sound with them. Hello, my handle is Green-Eyed Trombonist. Do you think I won't have instruments in my house?
I was just pointing out something.
That got just really sad.
It's different when it's yours.
Yeah. That it's very different instruments that I play compared to a crowd of loud and talking people. Very different things.
So anyway, announcer moments. Does ZU have announcer moments? Are big things happening with ZU?
Always. Alex,
always.
take it away.
Oh god. I was called out. We're working on a cool video that I will not talk about quite yet, but you'll see it soon.
I'd like to announce something that we're not announcing.
Keep an eye out.
Something. Yes. And then we had a Wind Waker dub episode go up recently. And by that I mean yesterday. So go watch it after this. That's all.
Was there a new
for those-
Hades video, or is that not out
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, no.
By the way, for those of you that don't know, on Sundays, Amanda Van Hale does a Zelda news segment that goes up every Sunday. I don't think we've ever mentioned it because it happens all the time, but it's very entertaining. should
And you
watch
can
that.
tell that Jody doesn't watch it often. Otherwise, he could have told you that it was rebranded to Zelda Weekly some time ago.
I said it is a Zelda news segment. I didn't say it was called Zelda News.
That's your
perfectly
job,
honest,
Elias.
I don't remember words, so I was happy that I mentioned it.
I have announcements.
Ooh.
I was at a conference last week. My presentation went well. I'm at a conference next week. I have a shorter presentation. But if you are in New Orleans, let me know. We hang out. Yay. Also, I pre-ordered Scarlet and Violet. I will be at a conference when they drop, so I won't be able to play them right away, but I will probably stream them the week of Thanksgiving. So, because I don't have to teach that week.
Nice.
I've got Scarlet and Violet are coming out, and then the Dragonlance. The pre-order window, I believe, opens on, or the pre-order download for the digital version opens on the 22nd of November. So I have 2 things that I have to get done this month.
I would really like Pokemon to stop releasing games during my national conference, which is always the week before Thanksgiving, and that's
never going to happen.
I know every year they release it, and I'm in the middle of some other city without my Switch, and I can't stream and I can't play. So everyone,
you could bring
for
your
them to
Switch.
change that for me. No, I can't.
It is a portable device.
Yeah, my suitcase got lost on my way back from Ireland, so I am not bringing my Switch or trusting anyone with my Switch while I travel.
Bringing his carry-on.
My carry-on is not that big.
Neither is the Switch.
I don't have a travel case for my Switch.
So everyone, if you're wondering what to get Ilea for Christmas, a travel case for the Switch. I think that's become pretty obvious.
I mean, yes, absolutely.
So yeah. Other announcements?
Nope.
American Thanksgiving is coming up. Canadian Thanksgiving has already happened. We're not allowed to talk about Christmas. Hooray.
Tell
When's
that to
Hanukkah
every
this
neighbor
year?
everywhere.
What?
Mm-hmm.
When's Hanukkah this year?
December.
All right.
Was I right?
Oh,
that was a
it's
guess.
not till December 18th, because sometimes it is much earlier.
Yeah, I
so
think
yeah,
it's
it's
been as
gonna
early
be-
as late November.
It's going to be over Christmas this year. Wow. Okay, so we can't talk about that yet either.
Yeah.
Okay, you just did.
I asked when it was coming out.
So anyway,
That doesn't count.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's announcements. I am so brain dead right now. I woke up with a migraine, and the pain has stopped, which is nice. But my brain has not gotten out of, we don't have to think anymore because you're in massive amounts of pain. So I don't really know what's going on right now. And I'm going to run the most complicated aspect of 4th edition. So
This is what he did not tell me before telling me, yes, I'm ready to go live.
that's how it goes.
He told me if everyone showed up half an hour before the stream, they would all know that.
You mean like how Jody also did not show up half an hour before stream?
He was today.
Yeah.
He did.
I'm at least for the past like 6-ish months, I'm almost always here about half an hour. I show up before Ilea quite a few times.
Yeah, I was 40 minutes early today. Again, I've been awake since 4:40 a.m. But yeah, there's been a couple times where I have gone, no Ilea, no one's there, wait to sign on, and then Jody will be there before me. Yeah, but usually it's me being very lonely, and then it's Jody. And then it's just us for a while.
Mm-hmm. And we talk about weird things. Like her really awesome paper.
Never stop talking about weird things, even when other people arrive.
I'm neurodivergent.
To be perfectly honest, normal things are boring. So weird things are more fun to talk about. I have a beard now. Does it
Then
look
maybe
pretty?
you should talk about less boring weird things.
Wow.
I'm very happy with my beard. This is the first time I've grown a beard that doesn't look like absolute crap. So
Did you last try to grow a beard when you were 14?
no, I last tried to grow a beard like a couple years ago, and I've never been able to grow a beard.
Your beard is much more successful than mine.
I blame Chax's sister.
What?
Yep. I had stopped shaving for a little bit just because I was lazy, and I Chax's sister's in one of my games, and I was talking about the fact that I normally hate wearing a beard. And she goes, "Oh, you should totally keep it." I'm like, "Okay, sure." That's all the encouragement I need.
That was all you needed. Okay, yeah.
One person going, "Hey, do you want to shave less?" Yeah. And then I found out you have to actually care for your beard.
Yeah.
So
No, it's not less work.
now I have a comb and a brush, and I'm starting to do that daily, and it's working. So
Just want to take this moment to acknowledge and ask if Chax is awake and alive, or hello.
Chax gave a thumbs up when her sister was
She did.
mentioned.
Oh, did she? Okay.
I
Yeah.
did, yes.
I've just seen
We
her
don't
drawing
exist.
something silently the entire time.
I am.
So you guys want to play some 4th edition D&D?
Yes, and then I would like
Always.
someone to find my remaining wisps in Legends of Arceus, please.
What? There's like 70 guides online for that.
I have been looking, and I can't find the last damn thing in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Okay,
Okay.
so you do it.
Okay.
I haven't found all my wisps either, but I haven't played Arceus since like a couple months after it came out because I beat it and I was like, "Oh, that was fun."
Yeah, I have 1 left in the Cobalt Coastlands, and I have 3 left in Alabaster Icelands. I'm not worried about Alabaster Icelands, but I can't find the damn remaining wisp in the Obsidian Fieldlands.
If you
Also,
haven't,
Elias, can
Yes.
you blame me for drawing at this time?
Yeah.
What would you like to talk about, Chax?
what is that? What is this
Nothing.
implication that you have?
The implication is that we talk about a lot of other things, and Chax is just waiting until the game actually starts.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. You guys kind of talk on top of each other, and it's rude to break into conversation sometimes. So I'll just hang out and listen because your conversations are interesting.
So,
I
I
am the lurker who is here
Aw.
that you can see.
It doesn't
love
help
you.
that this isn't in the morning, and
That too.
every West Coaster is always very tired.
That too.
We
Yeah.
love you.
Sorry, not awake at all today. It has been rough.
so now it's time for us to return to the realms of the wild. The party has entered some kind of outside space. This strange area where they can see through the walls of the city, and apparently the city has been monitoring the pain and suffering of the populace. As the party explored more, they eventually discovered units that were guarding and maintaining the facility, which promptly proceeded to attempt to eject them. After soundly trouncing them, Boole, Kess's robotic buddy, told them that they needed to leave immediately because Guardian Protocol had been activated. It helps if I have the right thing there. Sorry. And that is where we return. Okay. Here we go. So, I did a very poor job at explaining this last time. So that is where we're going to jump in. We're about to do what is called a skills challenge. It is something unique to 4th edition. They're a lot of fun. To make this make a lot more sense, Boole has informed you that Protector Protocol has been initiated. Effectively, what that means is the main computer, effectively, of this place is currently summoning a creature to protect it. But before it can do that, because of how powerful and dangerous this creature is, the crystal, the large crystal in the center of that big room, needs to be encased in a protective barrier before Protector Protocol can be completed. So, in the next 30 seconds, or 5 rounds, the computer is going to be doing everything it can to raise 4 barriers to protect that crystal and start summoning the creature itself that is going to attempt to protect this location. So I'm going to have you all roll initiative, and what's going to happen is you have 5 rounds to try and prevent this from happening. Boole needs 30 seconds to be able to override the Protector Protocol. So if you can stall the Protector Protocol from activating for 30 seconds, Boole can stop it, and you guys won't have to deal with that. There are various ways you can attempt to stall it. Obviously, again, the crystal itself, there are 4 basically quarters of a dome that are going to start rising to protect the crystal itself. Until those lock into place, Protector Protocol can't start. So dealing with those is one thing you can do. The computer itself, which has 2 consoles on the ring of that big crystal thing, is another place where you can attempt to slow it down or stop it. And then each one of the 4 crystals around the area is kind of another processing node. So if you can interrupt or damage any of the crystals, that will also help stall it long enough for Boole to do what they need. The way that this works is I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative, and then on everybody's turn, I'm going to ask what you want to do. The rules for a skills challenge are pretty simple. Everybody can use a skill or an attack if you want to just try attacking something to see if that works. The limitations are you cannot use the same skill that was used by the person directly before you, and you personally cannot use the same skill twice in the skills challenge. So for example, if Arel decided to use her streetwise skill to kind of just glean out, which of the robots trying to kill you are the cool robots and try to become their friends, she could do that, but Pierre going next would not be able to use streetwise to try and figure out where the cool kids go to hang out while Protector Protocol is going on. In addition, the next turn for the rest of the encounter, Arel would not be able to use her streetwise skill again to get a success. Does that make sense to you guys?
I think so.
We'll see.
Yes.
So, why don't you guys start off by rolling me some initiative, and we will go from there.
Not a good start on this die.
Me either. Switch. No more purple D20.
It is
26.
merely initiative. Oh my god.
7.
9.
7.
Solely because I have a
Nine.
+5 to initiative.
Arel?
26.
Not bad.
It is
Aruna.
when you want to be the person who doesn't go first.
Also 7.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I did the second best. I rolled a 4 and I did the second best.
I also
I rolled a
4.
3. Mhm.
Oh god.
Just
Okay, what
because
mission-
we don't want this to be too easy.
You greatly overestimate our abilities.
Yeah. Remember, Carrie's not here.
Yes. She's here, but she's not here.
Yeah.
If you guys see the 3 kind of gateways throughout there, they seem to also be spewing creatures out that look fairly frog-like. That seem to be looking at you intently as if they want to do something mean to you.
Oh,
Join the
no.
club.
So, that is another avenue you can go if you do not feel that you have the technical skills knowledge to help. You can always try and stop these things from killing everyone. So, that being said, I just realized I don't have my, where are they? There we go. I just realized I needed my thingy-ma-thing. All right, so we're going to start off with Arel.
Okay, so where are the machines that are trying to activate the crystal?
So the computer itself is trying to activate the crystal, which is if you go a little north, that big thing in the middle, there are 2 consoles on opposite sides if you want to try and effectively hack into it and try to break it. Because there are only 2 consoles, that does mean only 2 people can be trying to access it at any time, and you do need to be next to it to do that.
Okay. I want to use second wind on Curie so she can come and help us.
Good luck with that. I mean,
Notice that was for Kiri, not Cass.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Cass does not
Well,
love us.
well,
We're trying to
Kiri.
heal,
She's
heal
in chat,
Kiri's
by the
voice.
way.
We know.
We know.
Curie, we
Curie.
miss you.
Drink the tea.
Okay.
Drink it, don't spill it.
Maybe also spill it, but that's for fun.
So we still have to follow using our same movement speed, correct?
So yes, you still use your movement speed. Your if you want to try and get a success, that uses your standard action.
Sorry, if you have to do what with success?
If you want to do the skill thingy to get a
if
success.
you want to do something to try and stop this, that uses your standard action.
Right. Okay. Can I go last?
Hold
I'm not
action.
sure
Is
what
hold
to-
action a possible thing in 4E?
It's slightly different in 4E. You can actually just delay your turn.
Okay, can I
Basically,
delay my turn because I'm not awake enough to go first?
That's perfectly fine.
Better, actually.
Good. All right, let's do that, please. And thank you.
Not a problem. So delaying effectively literally is that. Your turn is just not happening until you say, okay, I want to go now.
Okay.
And going forward, your initiative will effectively reflect that. So if you decide to go after Aruna, next turn you will go after Aruna.
Stay
so
after
you're
Aruna.
moving where you are in initiative. Make sense?
Okay. Yes.
I'm not 100% certain that's how it works, but that's how it's going to work here.
I
Yep. So-
approve this message.
You know what you're doing, and you do what you want.
I like it. Very 4ES-ish.
So,
Don't
the
ask Elias.
pruning turrets are going to go before you guys then.
Oh, good.
See, where are the turrets?
The frog things are pruning turrets.
Oh, I thought they were just frogs.
Where are the frog things?
They just sit and guns
Oh.
emerge out of their mouths and they just start shooting at us.
Oh
Yep.
shit! I didn't realize these were there. Who put these frogs here?
He spent like 2 whole
Jody.
minutes describing them.
Brain no work right now.
Okay. so-
Listen, I'm still drinking my hot chocolate
Oh
in my
God.
free mug.
I wish I had hot chocolate.
I've
that
been
I-
awake for 7 hours already.
We get it. You're more awake than us.
No,
You don't need to
that's
brag.
not it.
1, 2,
I want hot chocolate.
Elias is like, that's not how this works, Elias. Also, I like to shout out while this is happening to my school, USC Annenberg, for giving me a free mug.
Oh, yay. You had so much fun there.
I did. It was
Mm.
wonderful.
I want to make hot chocolate.
I almost just said fighting words again.
So Zulta,
Hi.
as one
Still something
of
with
these
me, though.
creatures starts moving forward, you see it kind of look towards you, and you see it kind of purse its lips, and you see this barrel come out of it, and you see this kind of rain of sharp spines that seem to be on fire get fired at you.
I would like to say no.
Well, I didn't want to be right about that.
You said it, and therefore that's what's going to happen.
22 versus your reflex.
Nope, sorry. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, that hits.
Yep. Multiple damage to
Oh,
it.
that's ref. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you take
Actually-
2 untyped damage and 4 fire damage.
No.
Untyped.
Yeah, everything has a damage type except for untyped damage, and that's just for resistances. So,
I
4th edition.
disagree.
Does a 10 beat your fortitude defense?
No.
Good. 'Cause that was
I
a
don't
nat
care
one.
what my fortitude is. It's higher than 10.
So these spines come, and as they hit you, you feel them kind of pierce, and then they kind of burst into flames, and you start feeling a poison start dripping into your bloodstream, but you're able to kind of focus and just ignore.
Can I say that my no then becomes an internal no that stops the poison in its tracks?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. While that's going on, 10. None of the rest of them are close enough to do anything to you, so they're just going to move again. 7. All right, that is their turn. Zulta, you are up and then the next. What do you want to do?
Revenge, but
I've heard it is a dish best served cold.
who hit me?
This one right down here.
Oh, that guy?
Mm-hmm.
F that guy. So it's skills checks, right?
You can just attack them if you want to. Like, if you want to go, you know what? I think the best way to deal with this is to break shit. You're allowed to do that. I will say the way skills challenges works is you need to get a number of successes before a number of failures. For this one, you need 8 successes before 4 failures.
Okay, who's going right after me?
Technically, Aruna, Pierre, and Arel technically are all tied because Arel is delaying. So any of them could.
Any of you high in history or arcana?
Um,
To be clear, I have a 13 in both.
Not
I
me.
have a 5 in history and a 3 in arcana. No,
I've got a 3 and a 3.
3 and a 3.
Great. So
You
those
have,
will be
I'm sorry,
the
you have 13.
yes in
Holy
history and
shit.
arcana. I'm trained in them. So I'm an intelligent mother effer.
And 4th edition alone.
But can she use perception to determine whether or not she can find a waiter?
Guess we'll find out. She's got high
Yep.
history.
Would you like some ointment for that bird?
Doesn't burn if it's not true.
Sure looks like it's burning to me.
No, I'm imagining now using Zolta's powers on you instead.
It's a bit of fiction.
It helps.
Kiri, if you're wondering, artificers are intelligence based, so both of those things you are probably relatively good at. I'm reading Kiri's chat as I'm
Yeah,
talking to
I
you.
think that Kiri might beat me in those for this.
Well,
but-
you're in this. You're a wizard, so
Yeah, I know, but I think that
Alright.
Kiri at least has one of those higher than me. If I remember from last time. Okay, so then those will be the skills I use.
Okay.
Can I do a history as someone who's been taught some kind of history related to this place? To see if there's anything about orbs and crystals and woo-woo magic yo that can then lead me to stop the woo-woo magic yo.
Sure. I'll say this would not give you a success in the challenge, but it
Oh
will.
no, I
you'll be
want to
able-
do it for a success in the challenge.
What I was going to say is, if you do that, it would give everyone else a bonus to whatever checks that they make. So if you want to go that route, it just makes everyone else do better.
Okay. And is the 13 a plus 13?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well then I'll do it and give everyone a bonus.
Okay.
I
What's
did
the
much
bonus?
better on this die. I got a 31.
31. Not quite. Yeah, that's totally good. So, as you are kind of looking at this stuff, this is effectively like Atari generation technology compared to, 7th generation consoles that you were brought up on. So it takes you a little bit of time to kind of look and go, okay, I have to remember, how did these things work compared to how do the new stuff work. Without getting into specifics that I haven't come up with in my head, you come up with a few different ideas about things that would work, that would confuse these old systems that are not a big deal for newer systems. So everyone, you can have a +5 to ability checks to trying to disable the computer systems themselves.
Great. So I'm going
Going
to say
forward.
that while I walk my 6 movement up to here, because let's be clear, I want to go up to the big crystal and punch it.
Gotcha.
Spoken like a monk. I'm gonna punch it.
Moving on.
Not a
Aruna
monk, but
Pierre Arel. Who wants to go first?
I
Not it.
can go, I guess.
Pierre, you can fly.
Oh wait, I can.
What was
Oh,
the
shit.
bonus she just gave us?
+5.
+5.
Wait, but chat didn't tell me that I could fly. Can I really fly? I
We're in
don't-
chat.
Oh. Do I have? There you go. Thank
There.
you. I
God.
forget. Do I have? Is it still just 6 squares for fly speed?
Yeah, your fly speed is going to be the same as your regular speed. You can just fly doing it. I will also remind you, your ranged attacks have a range of 20 squares.
Oh, cool. I am gonna rage attack. I'm gonna use the Tidal Spirit Shot, Dagger of Long Range. And so let's see how that goes. I'm gonna be attacking this clown right here. 23 to hit.
What defense are you targeting?
This is versus AC. Wisdom versus AC.
All right, so versus AC definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage. What power are you using?
Tidal Spirit Shot.
Cool. What cool stuff does it do?
It's got 1d4 plus 2 damage on the dagger, but apparently it's also 1 wisdom damage, 1 W damage, and then you could slide a target 1 square.
So the damage should already be factored out. 1 W means 1 weapon die, which for a
It would be 1d4 plus 2.
Yeah, there we go.
Which is 4 points of damage total, and then he gets pushed back a square, which I'm gonna say diag.
Okay. Slide movement. Was it slide or push?
Slide. Does that not go in diagonal?
Slide can go any direction you want, including into
can
the
I-
void.
Wait, I can put him into the void? Fuck it. Put him in the void.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Into
Base.
the void.
as you guys watch, Pierre flares his wings and he starts flying out. As he goes, you see him take one of his ulaks and just throw it. As he does, you watch it kind of arc through the void. You see frost starting to form as it just goes into the void, comes through, and as it impacts the creature that is just next to it, you watch the creature get caught by it, and it kind of swings around and is thrust into the void, and you watch it just continue to fall for a very, very long time.
Okay, new plan. Everyone kill the froggers by pushing them into the void. And I'll punch this crystal.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Do I still have the damage from last week, from the last session? Because I honestly do not remember where I was.
As
Hit
in,
points
like,
wise.
theoretically, yeah, you would. This is the last time we're playing this, so I'm not going to force you to try and remember what hit points you
Great.
have.
So I'm just gonna say I'm still at full health, and then we're gonna go for that.
Sure.
As the only one who was at full health at the last game, slightly annoyed, but okay with it.
Excuse you.
I was the only
don't
one that
count.
took a lot of damage last time. What?
We'll
I
say
think that's-
you guys technically did get a short rest after this, so you could have burned any of your healing surges to heal up.
How long is a short rest in 4E?
5 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah, short rests are fun in 4E. That's how you get all your encounter powers back.
Kiri said that Pierre was at full health because she healed both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was at
Oh,
full
great.
health too.
Kiri, you're great. Thank you.
We love you, Kiri. Cool. Aruna and Arel. What do you guys want to do?
I didn't hear what Jack said, but
Aruna.
oh. All right. I can't find it, or maybe I'm just forgetting. How does my form change work here, or does
Guardian form.
it? Guardian form.
Give me a couple seconds and I can look it up. Because I don't remember off the top of my head either.
Guardian form. Guardian. Where is that? It's not in my Pokemon cards.
It is in your Pokemon cards.
It is.
It is a daily ability, form of Mountain's Thunder.
Oh, it's
This is in
something
my
totally
Pokemon
different.
cards.
Okay.
Yes. You do have
Okay.
a utility power called Mighty Sprint.
Right.
Which I kind of flavored as you going boulder mode, just so that you move a lot.
Yeah, the increased speed. So form of Mountain's Thunder here is a minor action.
Yes.
Great. Perfect. Okay, but wait, what does this actually do? Because it's different. It's you gain. Okay. And then what was the increased movement called? Warden's Lunge? No.
It's called Mighty Sprint.
Mighty, yes. Okay, that's my move action.
Yes.
Move speed. Oh my goodness. Okay. So looking up, hang on. I need to make sure. My speed right now is 6 plus 4 is 10. That's 10 squares, right? It's still probably not enough. In order to move twice, that takes my normal action, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay.
Runa McCoy, Dracatum, Sadis, D.
I don't know that.
Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Terrible position.
Substitutionary locomotion, come to me.
And then that increased movement is a utility power. So I just use that every turn.
It's an encounter power. If you look at the utility, it has a little check mark next to the encounter.
So once per
you can do
encounter.
that once per encounter.
Sorry.
That's fine.
All right. Looking at the large crystal of doom here, do we see any active things coming up yet?
Yeah, you can see the kind of beginnings of each of the 4 kind of quarter shields starting to move up. They're moving very slowly.
But all at the same
Take
time.
about 30 seconds to move up. Yep, all at the same time.
There's a lot of exactly 30 seconds going on here.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna use that sprint. Go 10 spaces up.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. And then, which one is my shoot thing?
Your gloves of giant strength. They have an at-will ability where you can throw. Supposed to be rocks, recon, and bombs.
Cool.
Very bottom
What
of
is
your
a
character.
bomb
Yes.
but an explosive rock?
I ignore what Zolta's saying and throw shoot a bomb out
That's
of
fine. Zolta's talking to Pierre.
my transformed thing here. Has it risen enough to where I could aim for one of the barriers, or is it not revealed enough for that?
If you want to, yeah.
To take no disadvantage, I guess I should ask.
They're big enough that there's
Great.
no
I will shoot for the one that I assume is forming right over here.
Sure.
Cool. What am I doing here? Surely a D20 is involved. Let's roll that. What am I adding here? I'm rolling a strength plus 2
Oh,
versus
I'm
AC.
sorry. It actually doesn't give you the thing. So, so it's strength plus 2 versus AC. So you use your. I will just give you. It's going to be a plus 14 to the attack.
So it's my strength bonus.
Strength plus 2 plus half your level.
Strength plus 2 plus 5, right?
Yeah, because your strength is 5. So
And
I think I
Zolta.
give you the
Zolta's
right number.
5.
Zolta's
Zolta's plus 5.
Oh, plus 5. That would be on skills checks, not on attack rolls.
Okay. So the total was what again?
Let me
I'm
do
adding?
the math real quick. So it's 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 2 is 10.
So
So
plus
it's
10.
plus 10.
Okay.
Plus 10, sorry.
So it's 26 versus AC.
It definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. That's 2d6 plus 5.
There's the melee attack. Okay. 11 damage to the rising barrier.
So as you throw it, it hits the barrier itself. You can see it's knocked off a few pieces and has scorched other bits of it as well. For the most part, it's still mostly intact, but it's definitely done damage to it.
Excellent. Phase 1 of my plan is complete.
As you do that, 4 of the amoeba grunts materialize in front of it, reacting to the fact that something is attacking. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Did anyone ever touch one of these amoeba grunts last time?
I mean, you killed them.
I didn't touch them.
Yeah, they try. I think they tried to touch you guys a couple of times.
Okay, just
I
to
think
double
they,
check.
I think they went for me a little bit.
As
Not
far as
at
you
all.
can tell, they're not like oozes where they disintegrate bits of you. They seem to just be liquid metal.
I will. Finish it off by turning into the form of Mountain's Thunder.
Okay. Cool. We're gonna go with Arel. It is time for you to do something very cool.
I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. How far do I have to be from something to cast my assassin shred? Shred.
It should say close burst 10. So anything within 10 squares.
Okay. Nine, 10. Oh, just barely. Okay. So I'm gonna have Arel move up to where Zulta is because we have the same walking speed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I share a spot with her? Do I have to go?
You cannot. You have to be in a different square.
I feel like
Ah.
if anyone could share a square, it would be a realm. they
But you
just
can
cling.
use diagonal movement.
Okay,
so if
perfect.
you want to just go next to her, you can
Yeah.
do that.
All right, perfect. Then I'm gonna do that, and then let me just recount that because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm gonna cast my assassin shroud on this guy right over here,
Okay.
and that's all I can do, right?
Well, your
No,
assassin
that's
shroud
my free action.
free. Yep.
That's right. Okay. Then where's the second thing where I can move? I can't move towards it, can't I? Can I? Or is that an action?
Well, you've used your moved action to get next to Zulta.
Okay.
So you have a minor action and a standard action left. You do have an attack called Inescapable Shadow that allows you to teleport 5 squares.
Yep.
Before the attack, but you're a little bit too far to use it.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Thank you. I can't really do anything.
If you'd like to use your standard action to move again, you can.
Oh. Okay. The same movement?
Yep, it's effectively it's called a dash action.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna do that.
Yep. So go ahead and do another 6.
5, 6.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll end my turn.
All right. That brings us back to the top of the order, which is the
No longer Rel.
bad guys. So really, you have to be there. That's what I want. Put you there. So these 4, seen as Aruna is the only one that's actually done anything that prompts them. They go to 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of them are going to create a protrusion from themselves. And use that to try and stab Aruna. So
Blobs can stab?
they can. Fun fact. I got a nat 20 on this. However,
Oh.
so the way critical hits work in 4E is you just do the maximum amount of damage you normally can do. This particular attack doesn't have dice. It just does a flat amount of damage. So you take the
Your
same amount of
critical
damage from
hit
a crit.
doesn't matter.
Yep. So that's one hit. Second one is 30 versus your AC.
Yeah.
24 versus your AC.
My AC is 20.
Okay. All right. So all 4 of them hit. You take 5 damage per hit, so a total of 20 damage.
20 damage total. Okay.
Mhm.
I no longer have nice elf.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and that one doesn't exist anymore because you threw it away. So a new one spawns there. Spider spawns there. Spider spawns there. All right. Pierre, since you threw one into the void, the 2 pruning turrets are going to take aim at you.
Wait, which ones are?
The 2 frog things below you.
Cool.
First one is going to be a 22 versus your, or no, a 21 versus your AC.
That just barely hits.
Or sorry, versus reflex.
Versus reflex. Oh, that's a lot worse. 16. Yeah,
Okay.
it hits.
So you take total of 7 points of damage, and does a 27 beat your fortitude defense.
Yes.
You take an ongoing 5 poison damage and are slowed. Save ends. The second one takes a shot at you. Does a 19 hit your reflex?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 8 points of the damage and a nat 20. So you take an additional 5 ongoing poison damage and are still slowed.
Wait, so is it now 10 points of poison damage
Yep.
for the
you have it
rest of
from-
the...
You have it from 2 different sources. So if the same one were to attack you twice, it doesn't stack from the same attack, but because it's 2 different sources.
I'm about to
There-
take another 10 points on my turn, huh?
Yep.
Cool. I am now officially bloodied in 1 turn.
Cool.
Oh, what's bloodied?
Bloodied
I'm
is
half
half health.
Okay.
So, we're gonna actually have Zulta go next. Zulta, what would you like to do?
I need to do a damn skill check.
Okay.
Arcana sounds like something that would be useful against a giant crystal.
Sure. Arcana, effectively, we're going to treat Arcana as if you are hacking. So if you want to mess with, because this is all magic-based technology, so if you want to mess with the tech stuff, you can do that. You just need to be somewhere where you can actually access the tech.
Oh, god damn. So, well, he was hurt. 2, 3, 4. Can I step on the console? Like, if I get there, can I just
Oh,
come here and then there?
You can. I will say those consoles aren't connected to the things, so you would not be able to hack
Where do
from
I
them.
need to go to hack?
The ring itself. There's two things on
Cool.
either side of the ring.
Okay. So then this turn, instead of hacking, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna move here. And then we're going to attack a blob.
Okay. I will remind you all, the blobs are what are called minions, meaning if they take any damage,
Oh.
insta-death.
Okay.
So
Does
if you have
anyone
anything that
dual
attacks
attacking?
areas,
Do I have anything that attacks areas?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you do, because I built the character that way. Give me a second, I'll tell you exactly what you can do.
I just want to say Arel would very much appreciate you telling her exactly what
Yeah,
she
there
should
it is.
do. Yeah.
Grasp of the Grave.
I was trying not to.
I think you've already done Grasp of the Grave today.
It's just right there.
Spirit Rend is a daily area attack. Wow, you don't have many area attacks, do you? All of your stuff is single target.
Uh-huh.
Just don't.
I think I have stuff, but I'm not. My turn's not happening right now, so you know.
So what would you like to do?
What's an
Grab a
area
spoon, they're
burst?
Jell-O.
Area burst 1 within 10 squares.
Basically, that is a 3x3 square that the center of it has to be within 10 squares of you. Does that make sense?
Okay. And would that hurt Aruna? Or just enemies?
Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Spirit Rend?
Yeah.
Well, the target is each enemy in the burst.
Great. So I'm going to center it on Aruna.
So it
Okay.
could, if you considered me an enemy.
Which with all the burns, I wouldn't
I
blame
mean,
you.
could I allow for just 1 point of damage to Aruna?
We're going to say mechanically, Aruna counts as an ally in this. Even if you are not personally fond of him, from
But
a mechanic
can he have,
standpoint,
like-
he is an ally.
I definitely
be
thought he was going to
slightly-
allow that.
Yeah. Can he be slightly singed? Though,
Sure,
like, not
he can-
damaged, but like, oh.
He gets a sunburn from it.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, it's
okay.
necrotic damage. He can feel, like, really icky.
Okay, so
Ooh.
I think that means I got a 27 versus Will.
Will is not that great on any of these.
Will power.
Poor Will.
Yeah, he just gets shit on a lot. So due to the fact that none of it,
Great,
you don't need to worry about rolling damage or anything like that.
beautiful.
So you watch as Zulta runs in, and you see her start kind of crackling with that malice-looking entropic energy, and she shoots it forward, and you watch as this kind of sphere of entropic energy goes down. And Aruna, as you see it kind of coming down and about to envelop you, you kind of look.
I'm in
Zulta,
danger.
realizing that you guys have never had the greatest relationship in the world, but you're starting to
Zalta
wonder,
is also smirking while making eye contact with Aruna.
Runa's not looking at Zolta.
as it comes down, you prepare for the kind of intense feeling of entropic energy coursing through you, and it doesn't happen. Though, as each one of the creatures kind of dies, you see like blisters form on it, and it starts kind of writhing, and then they all kind of pop, and you get covered in their entrails.
I would like to turn to Arel and say, go to the giant crystal and start messing with things.
I will turn to Zolta and say, "You'll have to teach me how you made that jelly bomb."
No.
Anything else you want to do with your turn, Zulta?
I have informed Arel of something to do.
Okay.
You got to use a more commanding tone, please.
Oh my God.
We are approaching 8 hours of being awake.
Maybe shoot some energy at her.
Step on her. Maybe that's what she needs.
Whose
You're
turn is it?
close enough.
Okay, I would like to kick Arel in the butt and say, go to the crystal.
Much appreciated. Arel blushes.
Mhm.
Next up is Pierre.
Jax is
Pierre, what would
waking
you
up.
like to do?
I'd like to not get poisoned.
So go ahead
Do
and
I
take your.
10 damage.
Yeah, you take 10 damage.
Dope. I'm at 13 health now.
At the end of your turn, you'll make your saving throws for it.
Cool.
So it may be over by the end of the turn.
I hope so, because if it's not, I am going to go down. I feel like I literally can't do. You know what? This is gonna be stupid, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to.
We like stupid.
Roll
Curious
the
not here.
dice. I'm going to use the dice and hope to God I can land this and then save my throws. I'm gonna move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
You
feet
are
over here.
currently slowed, in
Oh, why
addition
is
to
I
the
only moved
poison,
3?
so you can only move 3.
I'm knifing this bitch.
So Kiri's not here. That means we throw Aurel at a wall and see if she sticks.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm sure Kiri has no problem with that.
I'm gonna use the same dagger of long range.
Go for it.
Thank God for a plus 14. 21.
Good one against
AC.
That hits. You're doing the frog again? Oh, yeah, because
Yes.
that's the only thing there. Which one are you hitting again?
This guy.
Hit. Go and roll damage.
5 points of damage into the void.
Again, as he kind of limps forward, he flings one of his Uloks out. It hits it, carries the creature, and it falls.
Can I save, please?
Sure.
What
Did
is
you
my-
did you have anything else you wanted to do? Do you have a
Well,
minor
that's
action or anything?
I don't have a minor action that allows me to heal.
Nope.
And that's kind of the only thing I would do right now. So yeah.
So, saving throws. Really simple. They're a flat d20 roll. I have to remember.
So I have to roll this twice, right?
Yeah, for each one has a different save. So,
Okay. Flat
Uh,
roll,
you're
no
looking-
mods.
10 or higher is all you need.
Oh, good. 13 on 1.
Okay.
Nine on the other. Shit.
Okay.
Well, it's not 10. It's still
Yeah.
5.
So one of the bouts of poison you've been able to kind of fight off, and you're doing better. You're still unfortunately slowed. Moving
I'm still
on.
about to get hit with 5 points of damage in a hot second.
We're gonna go to Aruna.
Excellent.
What do you wanna do,
Phase
Aruna?
2 of 47. I jot up to the damaged barrier still rising,
Okay.
and I would like to athletically grab hold of it and try and, whatever I can get away with. Both keep it from rising more and maybe, damage it a little more while in the process. Just really trying
Cool.
to just hold on to that and clog
Yeah,
up
definitely.
the
I'll
gears.
give because you have created handholds from your bomb. I'll give you a +2. Go ahead
Excellent.
and make an athletics check for me.
So that's the roll plus my athletics, +2, +5.
Yes.
Okay. 32.
32. Very, very nice. So as you sit there and you hold it, the first thing that you realize is whatever motor is powering this is very, very powerful. Probably some version of hydraulic. And so the first thing that you notice is that you don't think you have enough strength to be able to hold this on your own. You are not heavy enough. It is going to drag you up. However, understanding that this fits into a very, very specific track, you realize that stopping it by holding it is going to do nothing. But if you can get it to trip off the track, that will just break it and it won't be able to do anything. And so that's what you attempt to do with the handholds that were given to you. And you're sitting there and you guys are watching as Aruna gets taller and taller, and you see him start to lose his feet a little bit. And then you hear this really, really painful grinding sound of metal on metal. And then you hear this and one of these shields has been damaged permanently, which just so happens to count as 2 successes. So that was your standard action and your move. Do you have any minor action you want to do?
That is an encounter power. By the way, the gloves checked both encounter and at will, so I assume it's burned for the encounter.
The throwing bombs is at will. You have an encounter power underneath it that says when
I
you
see.
make a melee
I see it.
attack,
Okay, never mind.
you can add a bonus to damage. That's the encounter.
I think that's all they could do in this situation. I'm just gonna keep hanging on it, keep putting my weight on it,
Okay.
assuming that that's helping in some way, with at least one hand at all times. Yeah, I think we're good.
All right.
Well, you ruined the cool thing I was going to do, but I do appreciate that being a success. So
I can undo it.
No, thank you. So the other panel is over here.
There's a grand total of 4. So
Oh, there's another one over here.
yeah, so there's one here, there's one here. Come on. And there's one here.
Okay, perfect. So I can still do something.
Absolutely. There's also,
Yay.
if you want to try your hacking skills, you can do that too.
Sort of. So I'm gonna have Arel come up to 4 or 5, that other panel.
Mm-hmm.
And I want her to sort of look at it and try and find out what's an important piece and try and steal it out of the machine.
Ooh.
What skill are you using?
Thievery.
Ooh.
I like it. Because it's an interesting idea, I'll give you a +2. I'm going to say this is going to be a hard DC you have to hit.
Okay. So what do I do?
So roll D20, add your thievery, add a +2, and then also the 5 from Zulta. So thievery +7. Kess would like to assist. Kess gives you another +2.
Yay!
Because suddenly pipes up from the back hallway after not moving at all.
Look for something that looks like...
Tess is busy taking notes on the frog.
Yeah, apparently, which have chosen to ignore her somehow.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll say Kess assist you, so take another +2 to that.
Okay, cool. So
Let's start with a
D20
D20.
plus 9. Yeah, I got 18
Okay.
plus 9 is math.
Oh, jeez.
27.
That's
27.
27.
Okay. Hard DC for this challenge is a 23. So
Jazz
as
hands.
you kind of look
Applause.
in there and you're seeing
That's
kind of the moving pieces again, you are not particularly familiar with hydraulic systems and things like that, but you recognize how to break things really, really well. And so you're sitting there and you can see the thing going up and you're looking at various different pieces and you go, wait a minute, that looks really important. And Kess kind of shouts, "It is! Does it look like..." And you're like, "Yeah, it looks kind of like, like curves, like good curves. Like, it's kind of attractive. Yes, that one! Pull it!" And you go, "Ksh," and all this hydraulic fluid starts spewing out. And you watch as the this one starts going, and half of it starts to tilt and the other half keeps going up, and then you hear again that grinding sound, and it is broken. Kess says, "Grab the piece you'd want to hit on."
So grab the piece with the smoothest curves. Or the jaggiest edges.
Or the
So
rock.
again,
Or
the
rock.
rules for this particular thing: slowing it down is one success.
So every piece.
Permanently breaking it is 2 successes. So you guys have a grand total of 4 successes. You are halfway there.
Yay!
Oh, we need. I see. Okay.
8 successes before 4 failures. Anything else you want to do? That was your standard action.
Standard action. Let's see. Hold on. I know there is something cool that we get once a day. I don't remember what mine is. Oh, no, that doesn't help any. No, this doesn't
As
help
far
any
as
'cause I've already
minor
used
actions
that.
are concerned for you,
Yeah. Counter.
you do have a thing called Cloak of Shades, where you literally cloak yourself in shadows, and anything more than 5 feet, 5 squares from you, you are invisible to.
Cool. I like that. So I want a whole bunch of Arels to appear in shadows and just hug Arel.
So, Aruna, as you're sitting there making sure that this thing isn't moving, you look over at Arel, and you just see her kind of point, and you watch one shadow kind of stand up, and it turns into an Arel, and it comes over and just kind of gives her a side hug, and then she points to another, and it comes up.
But it's
Go
not
ahead.
an Arel this time, it's a Kess.
Okay.
Oh my god.
She makes one of each of you guys, and it just turns into this big group hug, and you watch her become significantly more difficult to see. And I think you are actually more than 5 squares from her. No, you're only 3 squares away. So you can see her, but she's actually what's called concealed. So she's difficult for you to see. Everyone else, she just zoop, disappears.
He starts to give her a thumbs up when he sees her like destroy the thing, but then it just kind of like fades into confusion as he sees this group shadow hug.
You
It's
can join!
Back up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, no possible way. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Jo-
1,
oh,
2,
what?
3, 4, 5, 6. As it moves past Kess, just because she's there, I'm going to give Kess an opportunity attack, just because she can. Kess hasn't gotten
You
to do
forcing
anything.
these frogs to go after me, sir?
They've no
You're
one
the
else
one
to
who keeps
attack.
killing them.
Yeah, you keep throwing them into the void. They're not dumb.
Debatable.
So they're going after the dumb guy? Is that it?
I mean...
Fury
if
says hook shot it.
So... What cool thing are you going to do?
Fury says hook shot it.
She has a lot of different hookshot things.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Yeah. She's going to rip a piece off of it.
Oh.
So you watch her take her hook shot out, and she shoots at it, and she definitely hits. Yeah, 24.
She like lodge it into the barrel
Because
of the
it's
gun
Kiri.
and rip the gun out of its mouth.
Sure, I'm fine with that. I'm the one rolling for her, guys. This is a bad thing.
Kiri says
5.
we're having frog legs tonight.
Oh, maybe
5
she
and
shot for the
7
leg then.
is 12 points of damage. You watch as the hook shot goes, and it actually rips a part of the robot frog off. The creature has a -2 penalty to its AC
Oh, it's a
until the
robot
end of your next
frog.
turn.
It's the frog.
So we
And
can't even eat
she
the legs.
also throws Boole towards Pierre. You can regain hit points equal to your healing surge value plus 7. No. Yeah, let's go plus 7.
So 11 plus 7 is 18.
Yep. And
So
you
I go
don't-
from 13 hit points to
31.
thank you.
there. And apparently Kess goes. Oh no, that was Imp. I thought Kiri wrote that. So yes, Kess, Kiri, you can mark down on your character sheet. You have a liquid metal robot frog leg. No idea what you're going to use it for, but you're Kiri. You'll figure something out.
Kiri's gonna find a way.
So yes, it is less than happy. But it is still going to try and take a shot at you. Let's science together.
Ah! Please no.
Well, that's a really, really high roll. How does a 14 versus your reflex go?
Ha! Get wrecked. No.
So you can see this kind of flaming quill come towards you, and you just kind of kneel out of the way, shoom, and it misses.
I like
completely.
Matrix, like bend. No.
All right. So go back to Zulta. What do you want to do?
So philosophical question.
Sure.
Does this crystal count as a creature?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to remind you. I don't know if you guys fully figure this out yet, but I'll let you know now as you are using your death drain powers on it. This crystal is the conglomeration of every creature that has lived in this city
Oh, that's right.
in its most suffering state. I will let you do with that information what you want. But I will say, because it's encased in a
where this is
dome,
going.
you have line of sight to it. You do not have line of effect to it.
So Zoltus souls. No, Zora souls. Same thing.
They're all mine.
I heard that's a hard video game.
It is.
So the reason I ask is because pinioning vortex would be really interesting to use on the crystal.
I will say, in order to use it, you would have to crack the dome, which
Okay.
you're not 100% certain what it's made of. However, when Aruna attacked it, defense things showed up. So,
Did I attack
Okay.
it?
When you broke it? Oh no, you did.
That was the
attack it
raising
this time.
shield thing.
Okay, where
Yeah.
are the
you
other
technically
shields?
hit the raising shield and the dome
Oh.
because it's an explosive.
Ah.
So,
Great.
Where are the other shields?
they're on the other side. They're here and here.
Okay. Which means I can't get close enough to touch them.
Nope. But you're a wizard if you can come up with some way to not have to touch them.
Mage hands.
Did Aruna and Arel destroy the access panels on their side along with the shields?
They haven't touched the access panels.
Great. So I'm going to walk up to an access panel, which I'm going to assume is here.
Sure. That sounds like a great place for an access panel.
And
You
I'm
find
gonna
out the
hack.
entire ring spins.
Cool.
So as you get up there, you just gotta and it rotates so that you can use it.
Great. I would like to hack in to try and take out one of the shields.
Make me an Arcana check.
Yay. Do I also get +5 for history knowledge?
We'll
from
say
before?
yeah.
Yay.
I mean, you use your action to do something, and you rolled really high. So you get rewarded for-
31.
31. That's a failure. No, that works. So as you're sitting there going in, you are being taken back to like the touch typing class you took, and you're sitting there going, God, I never want to do this. And so when you were young, you got bored, and instead of doing the typing where you had to follow the words, you went into the computer's codes and started messing with stuff because
Zora
it was more
Beacon.
fun.
Sounds so familiar.
You started to use numbers in order to spell words.
That
and words.
grocery game was so horrible. the typing in the things as each one went, and then it got faster.
Oh yeah.
You found oh, I was gonna say Math Blaster, but there was another one that was you found the Incredible Machine in there, and so you've been playing the Incredible Machine while they're sitting there typing away. And from doing the Incredible Machine and learning that by just changing one little thing, you can destroy these Rube Goldberg style machines. You go, oh, I could do this. And the shields themselves take a slight pause and kind of stutter for a second.
Because as we all know, if there's one thing Zolta knows, it's destruction.
That is 5 successes. You need 3 more, folks. Moving on. Pierre, take 5 points of damage.
Cool. 26 HP. I really hate these things. What can I do that makes them that is the biggest problem for them?
Can you reach that other frog that you could make slide into the void?
Yeah, I can. I think.
I will say, Pierre, your particular class, there are 4 roles that a class may show up in. They are leader, which is your healers, defender, which are your tanks, striker, which are your damage dealers, and then controllers, which are meant to literally control the battlefield. And your particular class is a controller. You have a lot of different movement-based things. You have a lot of things that are meant to kind of modify how the fight is going.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I should still. If it's gonna be better for me to do moving stuff. I cannot move this one into the void, but I can move this guy into the void. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try to throw this guy into the void. Spirit shot! Again.
All right, go ahead and make your attack. I'm also going to make a quick reminder for you. You do have a magic item called the Keep of the Mountebank, which is a daily power. When you're hit by an attack, teleport 5 squares and gain combat advantage against the attacker until the end of your next turn.
Well, why didn't I look at that before? God damn it.
It's almost like you guys have had these sheets for almost a month.
You think I'm able to
That
read
we
at this
only
time of
look at them
morning?
2 hours every 2 weeks.
I was at a conference last week.
So,
Ugh.
what? Attack versus AC is the first thing you're doing, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and do it.
Okay. 13 plus 14 is 27?
Definitely a hit, and you're hitting this one here.
I'm hitting this guy, because I can throw him into the void, not this person.
Bloop. So again, throws the dagger out, hits the creature, it falls. Are you gonna move it all?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And I'm
Alright.
I'm gonna save for the last pointed persistent damage.
Go for it.
14.
All right. So no more damage.
Suck it.
You're also no longer slowed.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank God.
Varuna, what do you want to do?
Great question. Okay. So hanging out here on this thing, I assume I've figured out by now that it's not in danger of continuing to rise.
It hasn't. You have definitely broken it from your experience working with things when they break, they normally explode. You're very happy that there was no explosion that it was included with his breaking.
No explosion yet. So, knowing I no longer have to keep my weight on this thing, I am going to notice the damage spot on the dome.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll we'll do a. I'm trying to figure out the strongest melee attack I have here to hit that spot.
Well, if you have it dailies tend to be the ones that hit the most.
I have Storm Strike, but I think it's also meant to slide targets.
Yeah, and that's definitely not going to slide anything.
Whatever. Okay. So this will be against AC. I think it's technically an AoE, but I'm just going for the spot there, and I'm transformed from the Mountain's Thunder of some way in some kind.
My thought was you went boulder form, so now you can crash into things.
Sure,
in your form of
I'm
Mountain's
boulder
Thunder.
form with an arm hanging from one thing.
Sure.
And
Very Trogdor-esque.
I'll just kind of like use that arm to sort of swing myself up in the air and then just try and pummel my boulder self into this damaged spot with a Storm Strike. So,
just so I
never
understand,
mind.
are you trying to attack the actual crystal dome?
the
Or are you
dome,
trying
because
to
that's
attack one of
covering the crystal itself, right?
Yeah, so you have the crystal itself. Outside of it is a dome, and then outside of the dome are these metal shields that are coming
Right.
out.
Which only two are left that are active.
Yes, only 2 are left that are active.
So on this side that it's no longer trying to be covered, I'm trying to basically shatter the dome.
Okay.
However, the roll was not that high. So,
Remarkably enough, I don't think the glass dome has a super high AC. We'll see.
it says 14 against AC.
14. Okay. So as you slam into this thing, you do realize that this is not just glass. This is bare minimum. This is some sort of tempered, clear material,
Yeah.
and it. You can see a few kind of little blemishes up appear on it, but because of the kind of curved surface of it and the fact that you were already in kind of an awkward position, most of the force that you impact into it is kind of deflected off, and you don't seem to be able to really do much to it. Is there a miss effect on that ability at all?
Miss. Half damage and slide the target only 1 square. So I
You
guess
still,
I still...
you still do half damage.
Wow, jeez, okay. Daily powers, am I right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a D. Also not that high. Half odd number rounds up or down.
Down.
So that's gonna be...
Or actually, no, it rounds up in 40. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, but I also get... Oh, I would have need to marked it first. Never mind.
And because it's not a creature, you can't technically mark it, so...
So that is... Okay, it says that I'm attacking with my heavy war pick, which is 1d12 plus 9, but then I also add my strength modifier of lightning damage.
That's... from Mountain Thunder.
No, that Mountain Thunder is if it's marked. An enemy marked by you, which is why I dismissed it. But then the strength modifier is in hit, but then this just says half damage, so I don't know what's going on.
So the stuff at the top is just an explanation of what's happening. At the bottom, that's all the math done for you. So full damage would be 1d12 plus 9. Half damage will be 1d12 plus 9 divided in half. So that's all you need to know.
Okay, 6 damage.
6 damage. Cool. So as you sit there, and again, most of the damage is reflected off, you do still see a few cracks. when you do that,
Bring on the jelly.
this time
Never
a
mind.
large serpentine creature appears. As it kind of coalesces from the liquid metal and forms this very large, kind of almost purple worm looking thing. Yeah, anything else you want to do with your turn?
I would like to mark that creature.
Sure. It's marked. I'll put it next to you so you can mark it.
Great. Okay. I mean, I have all my movement. I can go up to it if I need to.
Do you want to move to it?
If
Technically, you can't.
if I need to go melee to mark it, then
Yeah.
I can do that.
You have to be next to it. All right. So that ends your turn.
Technically,
That
I
brings
have
us
enough movement to just kind of pivot around to the other side.
Yeah, go ahead. I will say in fourth edition, moving while you are within their attack range provokes opportunity attacks. That's what I thought. Arel, what kind of cool stuff do you want to do?
Okay. So there's one console left.
Yep.
The console is controlling the inner Pyrex shield or the metal shield.
Metal shield.
Thank you.
Pyrex
for
shield
that.
doesn't move.
Pyrex shield doesn't.
I love that
Okay.
we've decided this is Pyrex,
Yes.
which I once shattered a Pyrex baking dish.
Wow.
I have cracked one, but I've never shattered one.
I took hot dish and put it in cold sink.
Same. That's exactly what happened.
For those of you wondering, don't do that.
Don't do
It
that.
was a mess to clean up.
Okay.
It's also really bad for your garbage disposal.
Yeah. So
Working
the other console, it rotates around, right?
If you want it to, yes.
Okay.
So you don't
Um,
need to move to get to the console.
Okay. So Aurel is going to turn to Kess and yell, "Should I break this one?"
Kess thinks that breaking it won't slow down the process at all. It'll just make it so no one can access it.
Hmm.
Kind of like smashing your keyboard doesn't stop your computer from doing anything.
Wanna
bet? Okay.
But I figured
Normally
like,
it doesn't.
The console itself
Elias
was
does
like
That
the
sounds
computer.
like that just sounds like you're not committing hard.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
I was-
the
Yeah.
console is exactly that. It's a keyboard.
Okay. And is the is the device considered a creature at all?
What do you want to do?
We
Let's-
just had that conversation.
Well, I know,
let's,
but
let's
you
start
were,
with
no,
what do you
no,
want to do?
I know because you were doing it for life drain, but what I want to do is going to kill it further, not drain any life from it. So
I wasn't
was
trying
gonna
to
use-
drain life. I was trying to control. And anyway, doesn't matter.
Okay. So what I wanted to use was my daily power for the targeted for death. And originally, before Kess answered, so thank you, Kess, it was going to be to destroy the console.
Mm-hmm.
But now I want to destroy the track again because that really worked for one of the metal things. But if it's not considered a creature, then
I'll say for the track, we can consider it a creature. Let me look at the ability before I say the wrong thing, but I'm going to say if you want to try to attack the track, I will say attacking the track itself, because it's inside the machine, is going to be significantly more difficult than just attacking something as in the AC will jump up a decent amount. Which ability are you using again? The targeted for death?
targeted for death, yeah.
Yeah, let's call it a creature for this. So if you
Okay.
want to first it's will defense. What's the will defense of a computer?
It has no
Oh.
will. That's the reason.
I
It's
can't
not
let you do
Gladys.
that, Arel.
Yeah, I think Will could be
May-
high.
So I was gonna give it full concealment, which is a +5 to its AC, which doesn't really matter for a will defense, so go for it. This is going to be a weird... Normally, I would say you can't do this because it doesn't have a will, but let's go for it. This sounds fun.
All right, I like it. I also like this die. Wait, what do I do? Hold on, I gotta find it again because I scrolled everywhere.
So it'd be +10 to your attack roll.
Right. 26.
26. 26 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
the damage.
And then hit is 3d8. Oh. And then what's my dexterity modifier? Is 5. So 25.
It should be 3d8 +7 because you get a +2 from your dagger.
27.
Cool. So, as you sit there and you kind of focus shadows, you're having a hard time trying to see it. You're kind of like craning and stuff like that. You finally go, screw it. And you just kind of in your mind picture like the shadows around it. And you picture the shadows that are inside the device itself. And you just kind of go, and then all the shadows in there just kind of twist and form around to a bunch of Arels that are just dancing with each other. And just like,
I hope Arel makes a sound.
Oh God.
Well, it sure wasn't made by accident, I'll tell you that.
yeah, you don't like my sound effects. Fine, that's great. No, it's
No, I
fine.
think that's
No, I
something
really
that really
enjoy
like
your
your
sound
sound
effects.
effects.
Hit if you get missed. 2 successes. You guys need one more success, and we
I'm ready.
we are entering turn 4. So you have 2 turns until.
Oh, I got the flavor text. I'm ready.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Well, before Zulta can do anything, unfortunately, the very large creature next to Aruna is going to take its tail and swipe at Aruna's feet. Does a 14 hit your reflex defense, Aruna?
yes.
Okay. So I need my D8.
But if it helps, aiming for my feet while I'm in boulder form is a difficult task.
You take 10 points of damage, and you are knocked prone. Which is another thing.
What counts as prone?
You're kind of deflated, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. You're lopsided.
Center of gravity has shifted, and now you
His
must right
eyes are
yourself.
looking at the ceiling.
Yes, with his proprioception.
It's like
What other creatures do we have?
tossing
here?
that beach ball that has like lost a little bit of air, so there's always just like a plop every time someone just tries to bat it into the air. It's very sad looking. And a lot less
Still
colorful.
doesn't have anything it can attack. Let's see, 1, 2, actually. 2, 3, 5. This thing teleports over there. And yeah, the frog is going to make an attack at Pierre because there's nothing else to shoot at. Well, that's a 3. That turns into a 12 versus reflex.
No.
So ignore it. Zulta! What do you want to do?
Okay, so I only have a +8 in this, but
Okay.
since I'm at the control console, I would like to use insight to figure out the Control-Alt-Delete of this computer so I can end the shield program.
She is ready.
I'm gonna
Yes?
say it's gonna be a difficult DC, but go for it.
Okay, sorry, math. 26.
26. Is that including the
That
plus
includes it. Yeah, it's a plus. Oh no, that doesn't include that. That's a 31. I got an 18.
Hey.
So as you sit there, you realize there is no Control-Alt-Delete.
Is there a plug I can pull?
There is an Alt F4 command.
Ah, beautiful.
I thought that would get a lot.
Yay.
So dumb.
Yes, there's a zip disk. Dude, I'm so mad that zip disks never took off. They were awesome.
I have zip disks still in my house.
I'm sure they're in my father's house as well.
They're holding up my dad's current computer.
So as you sit there, you are able to do enough kind of computer damage that you see the words Protector Protocol has encountered an unexpected error.
Okay. Before I press the last button to do the thing, I want to look around to see if Kess is watching.
Kess is watching intently.
Great. Okay. I press the last button.
So again, you see press enter to restart the application. I'm assuming you don't restart it.
No, I'm not going to restart the application.
All right, so as the Protector Protocol is effectively broken, the creatures themselves kind of fall limp as you have destroyed effectively the main control systems of this, and they go off to do their normal jobs, which in this instance is not dealing with you. However, the crystal itself is still there, and the consoles themselves seem to still be able to access the crystal and whatever is going on with it. Unfortunately, that is where we're going to end it.
Wait, before we end it, can I just punch the crystal? Just for flavor, Tech's not actually doing anything.
So just so I understand, every time someone has attacked the crystal dome, a new creature has showed up to attack.
Okay, so it's fine, but I made a promise I was going to punch the crystal at the start of this game, and so I think maybe at the start of our next game, I'm punching a crystal.
You're still hoping that Ilea either doesn't remember or isn't here.
If you guys want, this is the...
Doesn't remember.
That's the Protector
This is on
Protocol.
the internet.
If
How do you say doesn't remember? We're on the internet.
Big Jerry!
Oh god, it's Dargan. Shit.
yeah,
New
Protector
pet!
Protocol there.
I'm gonna fucking die.
So
New
that's what you
pet!
guys stopped from showing up.
New pet!
So anyway, right as she's about to punch the crystal, that is where we're going to end it for today. As always, if you missed any of this, we do have all of Realms of the Wild for the past 5 years right here on twitch.tv/Zelda Universe TV. So feel free to catch up on every single amazing, wonderful little episode. This is our final episode of our 5-year anniversary of Realms of the Wild. So the next episode that we play, we'll be back to Open Legend and the normal things that we are used to. So I'm sure you are all very happy to no longer have to deal with 4th edition.
Extremely.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I'll say it's a lot easier when you don't play it in 1-hour snippets and when you don't start at level 6.
Like most other games.
So anyway, hope you guys had fun. I had fun. Otherwise, that is gonna be all for me today, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.
Jax also says bye.